You see, to me, if I say the time, how many ways, every artist or every human being, time, give you so fully express what way you want passing time, right? But I know the way, because I do the piece, I don't public. I already set up a rule, right? No public. So disappear is one way to give me existence, with that situation, survival. If in the certain year I always say no public. No public you cannot communicate, but I do opposite way, become double exit, I disappear.
Double exit?
Yeah, that way I give him feel, mean I willing to be communication, but in different, take time. Like after certain year, I come back. That situation, I can be communication. Of course, can be I accident or I die. Of course, then lost it. So that's the way something happen in history. Something you get record, sometimes you miss record. But I don't try to say this period is only one way. But to me, it's my character. I fit in that way. Yeah. So.
Just to interface with your question, because it seems to me also that what you're saying is to disappear is a way to communicate.
Right.
Yeah. It's a way of continuing a conversation, but maybe with some delay or with some negativity. Yeah.
Right. Because to me, you see, the way I sing things, when I answer, right? You see, when I say, when I say one thing, right? You cannot just follow it completely. You have to sing in the opposite direction to get the whole picture. I tell you now that my work is not autobiography, it's not political, but of course, you will find things extremely political in my art. However, my political point of view is leaning toward a more comprehensive sense of freedom. I don't target spatial and social issues such as climate change or my English so badly. I don't want to read it. I just say always I only say half, but you have to see another opposite, and then it's like a catch-22,
So did you ever consider not coming back from that disappearing?
What is it?
Did you ever consider not coming back, not coming back at all, not saying anything, just disappearing?
I told you I like to, even life is difficult, but I think life is interesting. I don't try to commitment suicide, that kind of idea I don't have. So I will come back. But I just the answer is not one way. To me, it's can be both opposite way answer. But the way my work, the character, you can see what kind of, it's like I pick up what kind of work I like to do, what kind of art, or what kind of time, what idea I like to do. Of course, I have my choice. This kind of work is fit in my character, so that's I do. It's just only, I don't think it's different than another artist to do different kind of artwork. It's just like this is fit my personal way to do. More feel comfortable, and I enjoy. Even difficulty. Yeah. So.
I think there was another question over here. Yeah.
Hi. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your talk. I wanted to ask. So I have the impression that your work, your previous work, is very much related to recording of the present, an ongoing recording of the present, or like a very direct engagement with the present. And I wanted to know if, for this work, if it's the first time that you deal with the future as material rather than the present or a recording of the past.
I told you, this kind, you're talking about details, that piece or that. Yeah, I know some kind have that. You are says right. But to me, my life is basically follow like I knew I already passed yesterday, right? And I have confidence to pass today, and I wish I can pass tomorrow. That's basically the way I use that way to live, right? And you talking about that is more like like everybody doing job or have several rules to follow it. So I don't have to answer that. That's the way. I do is present to do work, but the way I thinking is to have a past and present and future, and make them forward. The way I understand in the time, even I don't know. I know time is beyond my thinking, but I experience life and I, to deal with this, past, present, and future, Thank you, yeah.
Thank you.
It seems for once I am actually the master of time and we have to stop now.
Okay.
But I'd like to thank the other master of time, Tehching Hsieh. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you so much.
I understand now that there isn't time for a proper break, right? But Victor is going to explain. So I think folks are staying in the room just for a short break. But thank you, Victor.
Thank you, Adrian and Shidishing, for that great talk. We're just going to quickly switch over for the next performance. But that was a very stimulating talk to think about art time and lifetime. Interesting to note, actually, in the retrospective, it doesn't include Shidishing's very first artwork, the jumping work, where he jumps out of the window. So those who know that piece should, or those who don't, should really look into that work. It's quite fascinating. I'm Victor, curator of the Institute. I just wanted to thank Sam, Nottingham, and everyone for hosting us here today. We're going to pass around some papers for the next performance. The performance is by the artist Yingmei Duan, which is entitled Future Imagination, a solo show at Nottingham Contemporary 2021. The work will bring us through previous works that Yingmei has done. It's almost autobiographical in some ways, a selected retrospective that will contain video, audio, and sound. So just bear with us and we'll start shortly.
Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, we are in front of the Nottingham Contemporary, and we can see the architecture of the building. The exterior is with a traditional lace pattern. You can see the inside from here through the large windows. Nottingham Contemporary is one of the largest contemporary art centers in the UK. Please imagine we are in the future. We Contemporary in 2021. We are visiting Yingmei Duan's solo exhibition curated by Victor Wang. In the show, you will experience different art mediums in Yingmei's artworks. And Nottingham is the first station for the show. After that show, it's going on to the Modern Art Center in Shanghai, Singapore, and Berlin, New York. For each exhibition, Yingmei writes a different concept and shows different artworks. Do you understand my English? For this show, her invitation card encourages you to bring your family or your friends who don't have art background along to the show. The Art Center also published a book for her show. It is about 200 pages. And you can buy the catalog in the Art Center shop. By reading the catalog, you can learn more about Yingmei's life and her art. This includes her paintings in the East Village in Beijing, also solo performances, performance installations, eco-collaborative performances, daily life art performances, changing exhibitions, and objects video interactive performances. Before I begin my tour, please turn off all your mobile phones. Please imagine we are at the Nottingham Contemporary in 2021. Now we are in the exhibition space. Now we are in a very simple house. We are in 17th in China. We can see the floor is built of red bricks. There's a dim light hanging from the ceiling. You can feel warmth from the big fireplace in front of us. There is a big cabinet with layers of quilts on the bed. You can touch the rough surface of the wall. In the room, on the left side, we see a photo. The size is about 1 square meter. You can see there are 4 kids. They are all in winter clothes. They are all smiling. You can see the little girl on the left is holding a doll. Her face is very sweet. Her doll is almost the same size like her. This is Yingmei. If you stare at the photo, you can see the little girl is slowly growing up. In the catalog states,
Yingmei Duan was born on the 27th of October 1969 in the north of China. She was the third child in her family, and in early childhood was difficult. Nobody except her family could really understand what she was saying. She spoke very little in school and was devoted to drawing. Until she went through an operation in 1991 to improve her pronunciation, she was always haunted by her difficulties with speaking. In a feverish dream after the operation, she dreamt about art. She told her father about the dreams, and he found a private teacher for her. She finally began her formal art training when she was 21. In 1993, she moved to a small village which was later renamed the East Village. Some artists were there living and started to do performance art. She began taking interest in it and exploring the ideas in her mind. She asked herself, what is performance art? But at that time, she didn't have the courage to do solo performances, so instead, she drew. A lot of her paintings were of herself. They were self-portraits.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going on to the next space. Now, we are arriving to a small house in the village. In Beijing, the house has only one big window. This is Yingmei Studio in the early 1990s in the East Village in Beijing. At the opposite wall lies a painting called Woman with Cross. On the right is another painting. We can also see painting brushes and a painting board with oil paint of many colors. Yingmei is painting light and shadow. Around are some big paintings propped against the wall, including Instinct. Now you can follow me. Now we are in springtime in Beijing. A mountain appeared in front of our eyes. Life is starting to wake up. New green leaves on small trees are rustling in wind. Let us climb the mountain. At the peak is a photo 2 meters long by 1 meter wide. The work is to add 1 meter to an anonymous mountain, and on the top of the mountain around the photo we can see a video documentation of the live performance. the catalog state.
In 1995, Yingmei took part in the live performance To Add 1 Meter to an Anonymous Mountain. This was a collaborative work by the Beijing East Village artists on top of a nameless mountain in Beijing.
We now go through the space and time. Now we are in the year 2000 in Germany. In the catalog states.
In 1998, Yingmei went to Germany to develop her art. During her studies at the Braunschweig University, she met the performance professor Marina Abramovic. When she first began Marina Abramovic's class, she was afraid to perform to a large audience and was always very nervous. But over time, it improved and she gained more courage. She was given a lot of encouragement, which prompted her to improve her disadvantages and developed her advantages. Yingmei finally got the answer to her question, what is performance art?
Please follow me. Now we are in a very beautiful green field. The birds are tweeting and there is a gentle breeze. A small wind goes up and down the slopes. Along the way, there are rabbits and they are eating grass. We will now follow the way to have a look at Yingmei's performance documentation from her study at Marina Abramovic. Now, we see a few empty white buckets. And among the buckets, you can see all the water-like performance documentation. The green landscape, we can also see 2-meter high wall. A screen on the top of the left side of the wall shows a girl hanging for her life. And along on the green landscape, we can also see Yingmei is just speak with rabbit. The small rabbit is very cute. very nervous, but this time she played with Yingmei. Now we go on the landscape. We hear Yingmei Jing. a lot of solo performance. One day, she also began to do performance installations. example, installation, video, photography. Now we see like a dream. Everything is very white. We see small white hills, white lamp, white chair. They are all white. A lot of little white boats everywhere. We see on a very big bed, a girl is dreaming.
Yingmei grew more and more interested in collaborative performances over the years while she worked on many solo performances. The theme of collaboration became especially more important to her since meeting Krzysztof Stężiew in 2005. He had a great talent for working with many people, and his work is very intriguing. During this period of working with him, Yingmei came up with her own ideas of collaboration called Equal Collaborative Performance, ECP. She decided to collaborate with others on the basis of equality, extended collaborative partners, and to let people from different fields be involved. To this day, she has already realized more than 80 equal collaborative performances with people from different backgrounds and ages.
Now we are arriving a space we can see a few different collaborations. In this space, to each collaborations, there are archives of concepts and also concepts for the future showing. In the catalog states,
she thinks that her performances should not only happen in a gallery or museum, but also in daily life, so she developed Daily Life Art Performances, DLAP. As an artist and a researcher of performance for many years, she is very interested in how to integrate performance into daily life. She has been exploring DLAP and constantly trying to search for more possibilities. Her understanding of DLAP is that as a form of artistic expression, it has closely combined art with daily life. Meanwhile, the scope and significance of performance art has been expanded, and the distance between the public and the art has been narrowed, which makes artistic creation to be daily and liberalized. In her opinion, DLAP is without excessive artificial polish, and it reflects exactly what artistic creation is like.
now we are in a big space, a very big white wall in front of us. We can see many different, very beautiful paintings in front of us. If we close to the painting, we can hear the children laughing. And also, we can see under the painting, you can read different stories from different families. There are paintings made in collaboration with Blue Bear Children's Hospice, with different families and the staff in the hospice. And the painting looks very beautiful, but behind the painting, all are very sad story. Yingmei liked very much her performance art related also to the charity. She donated all the 24 paintings for the hospice. For this show, Contemporary Nottingham borrowed from the Blue Bear Children's Hospice these 24 paintings. And another side, you can see two children books. The two children books, Yingmei also inspired from the children in the hospice, made the children book. In the catalog states,
Yingmei loves developing performance in connection with society. Between 2010 and 2011, Yingmei realized daily life art performance in collaboration with Bluebell Wood Children's Hospice as a charity project. The hospice is very special. They offer a place for children with life-limiting conditions for a period of time and provide both the children and their families with relaxation and fun. During her time in Bluebell, Yingmei worked both as an artist and as a volunteer. As an artist, she arranged appointments with families to get to know more about their lives and that of their children. Childhood and family holidays were some of the things they would talk about. Yingmei also spent time with the staff at the hospice. They were crucial as they have met and experienced the lives of that many children. Observing, helping, talking, and researching were all important parts of this project.